am hanging out with my buddy Aaron. He is a keys player for Lark, which is an amazing group. You need to go check them out. Spotify, I'll put links below. Check them out. You will not be sorry. Wait, is that right? Is that how you say that?
Yeah.
Yep.
You'll just be glad you did, most importantly. But he's going to show, he's a church musician as well. He's going to show us a few things on keys that I think you guys will really enjoy and get a lot out of, and actually be able to send to your keys players as well for you worship leaders that don't play keys yourself or are not the main keys player. So I'm going to let you take it away. I'm going to get out of here.
Sure, man.
So, all right.
Yeah, so first of all, hello to all my keyboard family out there, guys and gals. I want to talk about something that seems very straightforward, but it tends to get overlooked, and that is, as a keyboard player, finding your place in the band. And the reason I say that it can kind of get overlooked is because our role has kind of changed throughout the years. Probably about 20 years ago, piano was like driving the worship scene and the worship music. But as of late, it's guitars, it's bass, it's drums, it's tracks, there's vocalists. So there's all these different parts that are being played. And if you look at a keyboard, we have the whole range of notes here. You know, guitars are going to be these kind of 4 octaves up here. Bass is going to be these kind of 4 octaves down here. Then you have to take into account there's another guitar player. Then you have to take into account that there's 3, 4 singers sometimes. So there's a lot of sonic sound being taken up, and it's our job to fit into that. It's our job to find the place that works best for the band. And the goal, in my opinion, the goal is to, instead of people telling you, man, you were really killing up there, you were playing all these different notes, I think the goal is for people to tell you, wow, you were very tasteful in how you played, you fit right in, you supported everybody in the group. That's what the goal is for me. So I'm going to show you a couple of ways to do that. The first way is to choose where you're playing on your instrument. Now you have a couple of different choices. You can play in the middle here. I'm going to use Resurrecting from Elevation as an example. So I think right? That's kind of in the middle there. You can go to the top. Or you can go to the bottom. All right, sorry, start 4. Now, you can't do that all at once. You can't be... doesn't work for this context. When you have the guitar players, and you have all the other instruments going, you can't. So you have to choose. What I want to do is tell you a couple of different places that you can play as I'm gonna get the band to play with me, and then I'm gonna explain what I kind of did there. So just kind of hang with me here, and we'll get it going. So ready? 1 at the beginning of the song. 2. 1, 2, 3. One more time. Good job. So in that case, the guitar player is usually playing this lead line. Da, 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 da. So I want to kind of stay out of his way there. He's going to be playing a lot of things here. I'm going to kind of stay towards the middle. 2, 3, da, da. I'm going to stay here in the middle right here. Right? Right. So let's go to the chorus of that song. When the chorus comes in, I might change the texture a little bit. Instead of staying kind of closed in right here in the middle, I might open it up to cover a little bit more ground. This depends on what the rhythm guitar is playing. This depends on what the lead guitar is playing. But I'm probably gonna venture up into this area. I'm gonna expand my area a little bit. So if we're coming into the chorus, it's gonna be a little bit stronger. We're gonna start right here, and I'm gonna expand my range a little bit. 1, 2, 3. Your name is Victor. So one of the things that I like to do in those areas, when I come up higher, I can be a little bit more rhythmic. When I get low, it gets all muddy if I'm rhythmic. So when I'm higher in this area right here, I can be more rhythmic. So let's do the chorus again and listen to how I'm not just doing this. I'm not just playing whole notes. I'm gonna add a little bit call and response to the melody of the song. 1, 2, 3. Your name, his name is Victory. Good job. And so that's me playing in the middle here, right? There's some points when I can play higher. Usually towards the end of the song, the guitar player, he's kind of been holding the melody or not the melody, but this riff the whole time. Da, 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 da. But when it gets to the kind of the heat of the song, towards the end, the song gets really big. That line goes away, and he starts doing his own stuff, more really lead kind of improvisatory stuff. And so that's when I kind of pick up the slack there. So let's pretend we're at the end of the song. It's really rocking. He's going to have a different lead line going. 1, 2, 3. And if you notice, I wasn't doing very much with my left hand. I was kind of playing some roots in the middle here. But at that point, rhythm guitar is strumming hard. He's carrying all this section right here. I don't need to play that over him. The lead player is taking up a bunch of space with his big line right there. So I'm just gonna just kind of hang out right here. Just one more time. 2, 3. Your name is Victory. We'll do that one more time, and you can kind of play around with the scale here. We won't go deep into exactly what notes I'll play, but you can kind of play around. You don't have to stick to that. 1, 2, 3. A thing that I'll do a lot is I'll do this rocking motion on the octave. And so right there, that's just an A flat. We're in the key of D flat. D flat. I'm just playing the 5 or A flat, and I'm just going A flat. And that adds a lot of rhythm and momentum during some of these sections. I'll do that really quick, and then we'll move on. 1, 2, 3. Your name is sometimes I'll even do 3 octaves right here. So I'll use these 2 in my right hand and then play this. So it's a nice and full sound, but it still doesn't get in the way of anything else that the band is doing. Okay, so that's one way that you can kind of find your place in these songs, in the band. Another way is chords. This is depending on who you ask and who you played with, they'll give you different advice. This is a pretty standard way of still playing with the band, but getting out of everybody's way. So, for instance, probably the way that you learned when you were first starting was triads. So the first chord is F sharp major. You probably played F sharp in the bass, and then F sharp, B flat, C sharp. Then you probably went to B flat minor, which is a 6, and you played those all like triads, which is fine. But once you have the guitars going, and you have the rhythm guitar going, and you have the people, the vocalists singing harmony, that's all the same thing. And I'm trying to kind of add body to the song. I'm trying to add a support where everybody else can play on top of. So what I'll often do, this is a great thing to do, and just learn this with every major chord. Instead of playing, let's just take it in the key of C. Instead of playing a major triad, which would be C, E, G, make that third or middle note a D or a 2 in the major scale. So yeah, instead of playing that C, E, G, play C, D, G. That adds a kind of a different flavor to everything, and it still feels full, but you're not dictating what everybody else has to do. And I'll do that. So let's go back to the key of D flat. In the song we're doing, Resurrecting Your Name, that fourth chord right there is the F sharp major chord. It would be F sharp, B flat, D flat. But since I'm doing the kind of formula that we're talking about, I'm gonna play F sharp, A flat, D flat. And you can do this with any major chord. That's a sound that you hear a bunch, right? That minor chord, we'll talk about that later. And then the last chord is A flat. It's usually A flat, C, E flat, but I'm playing A flat, B flat, E flat. So let's do the intro, and I'll show you how I do that. Before we do that, though, you'll see me play inversions of that. So let's go back to the F sharp chord. It's usually F sharp, B flat, D flat. I'm playing F sharp, A flat, D flat. You can play that, or you can invert it and put the F sharp on top. So it'll be A flat, D flat, F sharp. Or you can invert it again and put the A flat on top. So it'll be C sharp, F sharp, A flat. And I'll play different versions of that. Let's do the intro. 1, 2, 3. Here's this chord. Here it is. Here it is. One more time. I'm going to invert it. I'm going to invert it again. That was yeah. So that's just an easy way to stay out of people's way. You can still play in your zones, in the places that you want to play, but as long as you're not playing that triad, it kind of helps it be more of an ambiguous sound to where the music can go any way it wants to go. So we talked about the whole thing is just finding your place in the band. Did you give me 1 minute? Okay. Just where to play on the piano, we talked about that. And then we talked about chords. And the last thing is when to play the melody. So I kind of went over this earlier. One place you can do it is play it at the end whenever the lead guitar player is really doing his lead lines. Another place you can do it is the beginning. So let's play the beginning of this song, and I'll play the lead line, and let's say the guitar player is just going to play chords. 1, 2, 3. Messed up. Here we go. So that's just one note. You could do 2 notes. Right? We'll do it again, and I'm going to kind of add. So, and that is just, you can probably figure that out yourself, but I'm playing the octaves as usual, but instead of playing it together, I'm going to play the B flat first and then kind of grace note into the octave. So instead of playing B flat, I'm playing still the same notes, still just an octave B flat, but I'm kind of adding this embellishment. It adds a cool effect. 2, 3. And it just kind of floats up there. So yeah, those are some places where you can just, your goal is always to find what spaces can I fill, what spaces are open for me to fill. Sometimes that's you playing the melody, sometimes that's you playing a chord, sometimes that's you playing in a different section of the piano. And so if you're just cognizant of all those things and you start listening to the piano players on the records, you'll start to see, oh, there's certain places where I have to play, there's certain places where I need to back off, there's certain places where I just need to let the rhythm guitar and lead guitar play, and I'll just... Let's play that intro. 2, 3. Dun, 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 dun. And I'm still kind of playing the bass notes in my hand, in my left hand. I'm just keeping... You'll be surprised at how many people will appreciate that, how the band will appreciate that in your playing. So, yeah, that's a little bit about finding your place in the band. I hope this was helpful. You want to try to end it out? Yeah, let's try to end it out, and I'll try to incorporate all these things in there. 1, 2, 3.
Thank you so much for being here today and sharing all that information. Share this with your team, your keyboardist, anybody you know. They need to see this stuff. It'll change the way they play if they're not already playing this way or better. So we're gonna wrap it up, but you can follow these guys as a lark. Go down in the go down in the description of this video, click on their stuff, and just support them.
I'll answer the comments too.
Yeah, yeah. If you have any questions about anything, he'll be in the comments section for a little while, so feel free to ask. Thanks so much for watching, and remember,
great worship leaders are always learning.
That's right.
Here we go.